Yes, good evening, students. Can you able to hear me? Shall we move on to the topic?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So yesterday we have seen the introduction about the OSI ISO layer. Okay. Open System Interconnect and as well as ISO, International Organization for Standardization. And today we are going to see the part will be called as that is data communication. I have told you what are the five aspects if you want to do an efficient data communication. Can you able to repeat me? Anyone? First one is hello.
Sender, receiver, transmission, medium, protocol,
Okay, and then the message, right? Hello.
message.
Okay, fine. These are the five parameters that is very important to do an efficient communication in the data communication. Okay, sender, receiver, and then the transmission medium, and then the protocol and the message what you are going to transmit. Okay, this is the main thing. So the term telecommunication means the communication at the distance. Okay, what distance we are communicating. Okay, whether it is a shorter distance or a longer distance. Based on that, it has to be amplified. Okay, the word data refers to information present in whatever form is agreed upon the parties created and using the data. The data communication or the exchange of data between two devices via some form of transmission medium. What are the different types of transmission medium is available? Can anyone please tell me? It is wired
Coaxial
medium,
cable,
okay, wired medium and wireless medium. Okay, basically, if it is wired medium, it is coaxial cable, fiber optical cable, and twisted pair cable. Okay, the wired medium. What are the things? That is coaxial cable, fiber optical cable, and twisted pair cable. Okay, if it is wireless, it is infrared. Okay, it is radio waves and microwave. Okay, this is what the wireless kind of communication. Okay, so the topic discussed in this section is components of the data communication and the data representation and the data flow. Okay, these are the three things we are going to discuss in this particular chapter. Okay, so we will be having what? We will be having a sender. Okay, sender is the first thing to go do an efficient communication between the sender and the receiver. Okay, you will have a receiver who will be having a remote method invocation. Okay, that is not present in the local server, that is present in the what a global server. That is we will call it as RMI or RPC. Anyone please tell me what is in RMI and what is in RPC? Hello?
Sir, can't get you. Please repeat it.
RMI, what is the difference between RMI and RPC? RMI means that remote method invocation. Okay, RPC means that remote procedure call. I'm asking what is the difference between RMI and RPC? These are the two ways you can able to send the request and you can able to receive the response from the server. Okay, that is the information which you want to fetch it from the server, that is not present in your local machine, that is present in the different machine. So you are using a system where you can able to fetch the information, so that you are using RMI and RPC. What is RMI? Anyone please tell me?
remote medium,
Remote method invocation. Remote
method,
method invocation. Remote method invocation. Okay. Remote. Okay. We are having a called as remote. Okay. Method invocation. Okay. Remote method invocation. What is meant by RPC? Hello. we are having a method called as remote method invocation. That is your method that is not available in your Docker system. So you are inferring that method in your server system. So it will be sending as a request and you will be receiving the response. Okay, that is remote method invocation. That is RMI. Okay, what is RPC? Please tell me anyone. Hello. Remote method invocation, remote procedure call. Okay, remote procedure call. What is meant by procedure call? So you are calling for a procedure so that you can able to get the information. Okay. You are calling for a procedure, you will get that information by using of what? By a request. Okay, that is called as a remote procedure call. So only two ways you can able to fetch the information. One is called as RMI and another one is called as RPC. Okay. Anyone please tell me what is the definition of RMI and RPC? Hello. Please tell me. Hello. What is RMI and what is RPC? Okay, fine. I will repeat it. RMI means that it is remote method invocation, and it is RPC means that remote procedure call. Okay. And what are the 5 aspects? What are the 5 components of a data communication? That is sender. Sender is the first thing, and then the receiver. And what is the third thing? It is a transmission medium. Okay. And the fourth thing is nothing but your protocol. Okay. And the fifth thing is nothing but your message. Okay. What are the 5 things to do an efficient communication system? Hello. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, that is the message. Okay, this is what I have told you yesterday. Are you okay with this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, fine. We will move on to the next thing. Okay, for an efficient communication system, we need the 5 things. One is sender, receiver, okay, transmission medium, and then the protocol, and then the message. Okay. See, we are having different types of things. In the case of transmission modes, one is called as simplex. This is simplex way of communication. Okay. What we are doing in our mainframes. Okay. Mainframes. Have you heard about mainframes? Hello, my dear students. Half duplex and full duplex. What are the different modes of communication? It is one-way communication. Simplex is called as one-way communication. Please take down. Simplex is one-way communication. Half duplex is two-way communication, where we can able to establish, okay, not simultaneously, okay, it is not simultaneous. We can able to establish the communication simultaneously. That is full duplex way of communication. Okay, that is we are talking, right? We are taking the class, so I can able to talk with you and you can able to talk with me. That is full duplex way of communication. Okay. That is even in the Zoom calling or Google Meet or in the MS Teams. Okay, that is full duplex way of communication. Both the sender and the receiver can able to communicate simultaneously. Can you able to understand? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Simplex means what? Simplex means one way of communication. Only one way of communication. Your radio. Okay, your radio television system. Okay, in radio you can able to listen the channels what they are telecasting. Okay, you are not able to convey the information to them. That is one way of communication. Okay, half duplex is walkie-talkie. Okay, walkie-talkie. In walkie-talkie, if the sender is sending that, he is conveyed the information and then he will set over. Okay, walkie-talkie. Walkie-talkie is the best example of what. Okay, half duplex way of communication. Okay, and what is full duplex way of communication? Your telephone and mobile communication. Your telephone is your telephone and the mobile communication is the way of what? full duplex way of communication. Are you understanding? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. These are the different ways of what data. Okay, simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. There is one way of communication. This is two way of communication, but not simultaneously. This is two way of communication simultaneously. That is full way of communication. That is telephone or through a mobile phone. Okay, through a mobile phone. That is full duplex way of communication. Okay, telephone or your mobile phone. Okay. So these two things are called as what? Huh? Okay, fine. Next thing, right? And then the networks. If you want to do an efficient network, what are the three parameters I have told you yesterday? Please tell me, anyone. What are the network criteria you must have put that?
Performance, accuracy, and reliability.
Performance, reliability, and accuracy. Very good. So performance, reliability, and accuracy, these are the three parameters that you have to keep it in your mind for network criteria. A network is a set of devices, okay, connected by communication link. A node can be computer or a printer or any other devices capable of sending and receiving the data generated by other nodes on the network. Okay, fine. So what is meant by distributed processing? In distributed processing, we will call it as what? We will call it as synchronization in distributed environment. See, any bank you can able to go and you can able to retrieve an amount, right? See, if you are a IOB, that is Indian Overseas Bank account holder, you can able to go to a state bank ATM and you can able to withdraw the amount, right? Hello? Yes or no? That is distributed processing or not? Your information is distributed among all the banks, all the bank sectors. So you will be called as what? It is distributed processing. Are you understanding this point? Hello? And then the network parameter. What are the network parameters that are available to increase the performance, reliability, and accuracy? And then the physical structure of that. Okay. Physical structure in the sense how the network is constructed. We will call it as topology. Okay. What is topology? We are having star topology, bus topology, ring topology, and mesh topology. Okay, different types of structures we are having in our network of devices. And then network models. Anyone please tell me what are the different types of network models that are available? It is ISO OSI model. Okay. ISO OSI is the only model, and then we are having TCP/IP model. What is TCP/IP? TCP means that transmission control protocol, and IP means that internet protocol. Okay. So these are the two models that are available. One is what? ISO OSI. What is meant by ISO OSI? Please tell me, anyone. What is
Indian
ISO?
Standard Organization.
In Indian?
International Standard for Organization.
No, it's not like that. International Organization for Standardization.
For standards.
Okay, fine. So you have to remember the definition properly. What is ISO? It is International Organization for Standardization. Okay.
Open System Interconnect.
Okay, this is open system interconnect. What is the next model that we are having? TCP/IP. What is
Right.
TCP/IP? Please tell me.
Transmission Control Protocol.
Okay, Transmission Control Protocol and IP. What is that? That
Internet.
is Internet Protocol. Whether it is IP version 4 or IP version 6. If it is a TCP, what we will call it as a TCP in transport layer? We will do what? Handshaking, three-way handshaking. Okay. This TCP will be called as three-way handshake protocol. What is meant by three-way? What are the three ways of handshake? Anyone knows? Three-way handshake protocol. This TCP/IP we will call it as three-way handshake protocol. What are the three-way handshake protocols that are available? Please tell me. Hello.
The TCP comes under transport layer, sir.
Yes, correct. Yes, please tell me.
IP
But
TCP.
IP is coming under network protocol. Okay. Yes, please tell me, Rajeshwari.
Yes,
Hello?
but they all are network models.
They are all network models, but what is the question is that, okay, this TCP protocol, we will call it as three-way handshake protocol. What are the three-way handshake? What is the three-way? I'm asking about the three-way only. TCP means the transmission control protocol, IP means that internet protocol, it is okay. So TCP will be called as three-way handshake protocol. It is a handshake protocol, okay. What are the three-way handshakes that are available? That is what my question. It is first thing is called as connection establishment, okay. Connection establishment. See, Rajeshwari, you are doing online banking, right? Have you ever done the online banking? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are having your login and password, right?
Yes, sir.
By using login and password, you will be having a connection establishment or understanding. This is first way of handshake. Okay, you are giving a connection establishment to your server. Okay, at that time your server must be available. Correct. This is called as one-way handshake. Okay, connection establishment. And next thing is like once the connection establishment have been done, it is called as data transfer. Okay, the second way of data transfer. Second way of what? Your second way of handshake is called as what? Data transfer. And the third way of handshake will be called as connection termination. You are logging out from the website you have logged in. Correct or not? Am I correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So these are the three-way handshake we are doing it. Okay. One is called as connection establishment. Next one is data transfer, and the next one is connection termination. Okay. You have to do login, and then you have to provide the details what you have to do it, and then you have to do a connection termination. This is what a physical structure of a model. Are you understanding? Yes. What are the categories of networks that are available? LAN, WAN, and MAN network. What is meant by LAN? Local area network. What is meant by MAN? Metropolitan area network. And then WAN, wide area network. These are the categories of networks that are available. And then interconnection of networks. Okay. Whether it is intra-connected or it is interconnected. Okay. That is very, very important. Whether it is intra-connected. If it is intra-connected within the state or within the district or within the state. If it is inter-network, okay, from one state to another state, how we are doing the connection establishment, how we are doing data transfer, and how we are doing what data termination. These are the things we are going to see inside that. Okay, fine. So the types of connection, that is point to point and multi-point. Okay. So in point to point, we will have a station and we will have a receiver station. So we will have only one dedicated channel to communicate between what the sender and the receiver. If the dedicated channel is getting failure, the entire communication between the sender and the receiver will get failed. Okay, there is no more communication you can able to do establishment between the sender and the receiver. Okay, I will given the example. I will give you an example. Okay, fine. Okay, what is the example for that? Suppose for example, if we are giving a okay, point to point. Okay, if you want to do an efficient communication between the sender and the receiver, okay, fine. So you will have a point to point protocol for the connection establishment. Okay, so point to point means what? One point is called the sender and another point is called as the receiver. And then multi-point. What is multi-point? We will have a mainframe. We have a centralized server will be there. From the centralized server, we will access it from different stations. Suppose, for example, you are having an account in State Bank ATM, SBI. Okay, you are having an account in SBI, and you are trying to withdraw your amount from what? Different ATMs. One is Canara Bank ATM. Okay, one is Canara Bank ATM, and another one is Indian Overseas Bank. Okay, IOB, and another one is called as Bank of Baroda. Are you understanding? So these are the different categories. But you are having the account in what? SBI only, State Bank of India. You are having the account in State Bank of India, that is a mainframes. Okay. So you are having the account in State Bank of India. So your account has to be distributed. It is distributed to what? It is Canara Bank. Whenever you are doing, you are trying to withdraw your amount from your Canara Bank through Canara Bank ATM, or it is an IOB, that is Indian Overseas Bank ATM, or it is a BOB. Okay, that is Bank of Baroda. Okay. Are you understanding, students? Hello? Fine. What is multi-point? Yes, fine. Yes, please. What is the next thing is called as topology. Yesterday, one of the students have asked about. So, what is topology, sir? What is topology? It is a structure of a network. Okay, it will speak about the structure of a network. How it will be seems like. Suppose, for example, if it is your home, you will have a structure. Okay, suppose if you are having one or two kids, you will maintain a strategy how to make them study. Okay, we will frame a structure over there. Okay, till 6 o'clock you can able to see whatever the movie you want in the TV. After 6 o'clock you have to sit and study. Or understand, we are following a structure. Likewise, in network also we will follow a structure to find the information where it is presented. Okay. Why? Because from client system you will be sending the request to the server system. www.google.com. Your Google server is not present in India. The Google server is present in the US. Okay. So it will take several hops to fetch your information. What is meant by several hopping? It is handover protocol. It will take several hops to reach the Google server and it will return back to your request as a response. This is topology. Topology is nothing but the structuring of your network. Okay, how it is structured? It is bus topology. Okay, the first topology is called as bus topology, and then star topology. Okay, star topology, and then ring topology. Okay, and then mesh topology. Okay, these are the several topologies that are available. What is mesh topology? You will be having a dedicated link from one network to all other networks. If you are having n number of nodes, you will be having how many edges? N into n minus 1 divided by 2 number of edges will be having. Okay, that is mesh topology. Remember this formula. What is this formula? If you are having 5 vertices, how many edges you will be having? Please tell me. Hello? If you are having 5 vertices, how many edges you will be having? Yes, 5 into 4 divided by 2, n into n minus 1 divided by 2, you will be having 10 edges. Correct, exactly. Okay, this is vertices number 1, this is vertices number 2. Okay, this is vertices number 3 and this is vertices number 4. Okay, if it is a mesh topology, you will be having how many edges? From 1 to 2, from 2 to 4, from 4 to 3, and then 1 to 3. Okay, and then in addition to that, what? 1 to 4, 2 to 3. Okay, how many edges we are having? Hello? How many edges we are having? We are having 6. How we are getting the 6? Please tell me.
4
How many
into
vertices? Yes, 4 into
3 by 2.
3 divided by 2. What is that? 2 and 4 it is getting cancelled. 2 and 3 it is 6. So I will be having what? 6 vertices. Okay, understand? A mesh topology will be having n into n minus 1 divided by 2 number of edges. Okay, n into n minus 2 divided by 2 number of edges. These are the number of nodes we will be having. Okay, I understand. So what is the advantage over mesh topology when compared to all other topology? If any one particular link is getting failure, we can able to communicate to the corresponding vertices via another link. Okay, why? Because we are having a dedicated channel from one vertices to all other vertices. That is the advantage over mesh topology. Okay. What is star topology? Hello? Star topology is like a hub.
Central
Okay.
hub is present.
Yes, very good. Hub can able to be a router or it can able to be a gateway also. Okay. Central hub it will be presented or it will be a gateway. Okay. Your centralized systems, your nodes are being connected to your hub. Okay, each and every node that is connected to your hub. Okay, and hub is connected to your router. Okay, from the router it will be all your requests will be accessed via the router. Okay, why? Because the router is having the capability to route your information. Okay, fine. Are understanding? Hello? Yes. And then star topology and then bus topology. Suppose I am listening a channel in a radio. Okay, radio we are having FM, right? We will be having a bus, common bus will be there. Okay, where all the channels will be communicated. So during night time, if you want to hear any FM, okay, suppose for example 93.5 FM, and then 100.2 FM, 100.5 FM, 100.7 FM. So any one particular channel, if you want to view it, you can able to listen to that and you can able to do all these things. That is called as what? Bus topology. Okay. And then we are having ring topology. At least one particular service you have to provide it to the request that what they have given by the client system. Okay, at least once it has to be a response. Okay, once it has to give the response. That is called as what? Ring topology. I understand. So these are the various types of topologies that are available. Any doubt in topology? Hello? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Clear.
Okay, fine. It's clear, right? So we are having a mesh topology, star topology, and bus topology, and ring topology. 1 minute. Okay. Hello. Yes, please. So now we have the talk about the topologies that are available. The next thing I am going to teach you this topology. There are 5 devices are there, fully connected with mesh topology. Okay. So if you are having 5 devices, how many edges we will be having? Please tell me. You know. Hello. 5 into. Very good. 5 into 4 divided by 2. We are having 10 edges. Hello.
Yes, 10 edges.
Yes, we are having 10 edges. Okay, 1, okay, 2, plus 3, okay, it is 4, it is 5. Okay, fine. And then inside we are having 5 more edges. Okay, it is 6, okay, it is 7, it is 8, it is 9, and 10. Okay, it is 9, it is 8 and 9. Okay, and this is 10. Okay, there are 10 edges we are having. Okay, so if we are having n nodes, we will be having how many edges? In mesh topology, n into n plus n minus 1 divided by 2 number of edges we will be having. That is the formula. And then we are having a star topology. We will be having a common hub over there. Okay, or we will call it as a router, or it is having a gateway, or it is having a firewall. Okay, anything we can able to call it. So hub can able to be a router. Okay, what is the difference between a hub and a router? Please tell me. Hello. What is the difference between a hub and a router? So hub can able to be a firewall also. Hub can able to be a switch also. Okay, please tell me. Oh. Yes, Rajesh. Please tell me. What is a hub?
Hub. Hub is in physical layer, sir.
Okay. What is the main usage of hub? That is what my question. It will be act as an encoder. Okay.
Central controller.
It will be act as an encoder. What is going to be encoder? Please tell me. It is many. It is 4:2 encoder. Okay. It is 8:3 encoder. What are the different types of encoders that are available? That is 4:2 encoder. Okay. 8:3 encoder. Okay. How I am writing this? 16:4.
N.
Please tell me.
2
If you
power
are
n.
having, yes, if you are having 2 power n, if you are having 2 power n number of inputs, you will get n outputs. Okay. That is what the main purpose of an hardware. You are having a laptop with you, right? In laptop consists of how many external pen drives you can able to connect within a laptop. So at least 4 pen drives you can able to connect it with your laptop. Or understand? Okay? Have you seen your laptop? At least I am saying. Okay.
Yes, sir.
At most you can able to connect 8 also, 16 also, 32 also, 64 also. It's based on the devices what you are connecting. Okay, fine. Right? This is an hub. Okay. Station number 1, station number 2, station number 3, and station number 4. These are the ports that are available to connect your pen drive. Okay, with your laptop. Okay. For that purpose, this is what star topology is used for what? Connecting 4 stations. If you want 8 stations or below that 8 station and more than 4 stations, you can able to use what? This topology. Understand? The next thing we are moving on to bus topology. We will be having a common bus. Okay, if the common channel is getting failure, everything will get failure. This is common bus is very important. Only one station can able to communicate at a time. What is that? Only one station can able to communicate at a time. The remaining station, what they have to do? They have to wait. Okay. I understand. If I am talking to you, you have to wait. And then if you are having any doubt, you can able to ask me. Correct? Or otherwise, what will happen? It will lead to the collision. What is collision? When 2 or more processes are requesting for the same resource. If I am talking to you at the same time, Rajeshri is talking to me. So, interference will be happened. Interference, what is mean by interference? At the same time, both of them are willing to communicate to each other. Are understanding? Right? What is influence? Interference. Hello? Hello? Can you able to listen? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, this is bus topology, and the next topology is called as what? Your ring topology. Okay, at least you need to answer for a request at least only a certain period of time. I will tell you. Have you heard about round robin algorithm? Hello? Have you heard about round robin algorithm? What is the advantage of round robin algorithm? Please tell me anyone. A round robin algorithm in operating system. Hello? Whether you know about round robin algorithm? Yes. Why? Because we are having a priority queue. In priority queue, at least one process it has to be executed at a time based on the priority. So certain period of time, the lower priority process will not get executed for a longer period of time. Okay, this is the difficulty or the disadvantage you will face by using of round robin. Or understand? The lower priority process it will be gets executed for a longer period of time. We are not able to predict it at what time the lower priority process will be gets executed. Are you understanding? No? Hello? Yes? Can you able to understand? We don't know at what time the lower priority process is getting executed. At that time, we will go for what? Round robin technique. Okay. This is station number 1, station number 2, station number 3, and station number 4. Okay. We are having repeaters. What is meant by repeater? What is the difference between a repeater and an amplifier and a router and a gateway? Please tell me. What is repeater? Here we are having What? Please tell me, ma.
Regenerator.
Okay, regenerator. We will call it as regenerator. We will call it as encoder. Okay. Only one station will be visible at a time. Okay. What is the meaning of that? Only one station will be visible at a time. Remaining it will be idle only until it is releasing the records. Or understand? See, in TV telecasting, you will be watching one channel. After we are switching over to the other channel only, it will be get changed. Until that, it will be displaying the same channel to you. That is called as what? That is a ring topology. Okay, ring. Each and every time we are doing auto tuning. Right? Have you done auto tuning? Hello? In your TV? Have you done auto tuning in your TV? Whether you know about auto
Yes, sir.
tuning. Yes, you know about auto tuning. So what you will do each and every time the frequency bandwidth will get tuned. Okay. In the first step, if you are not getting the channel, in the second stage you will get the channel whenever you are going for auto tuning. Okay. And then these are the hubs that are present. Okay. These are the stations that are present. And then is what? This is the common hub. You can call it as an encoders. Okay. Encoders. What is going to be encoder and decoder? What is multiplexer and decoder? Please tell me anyone. What are the different types of encoders we are available? What are the different types of multiplexing and demultiplexing techniques that are available? Please tell me. Hello? Encoders we are having what? If we are having 2 to the power of n inputs, we will be having n number of outputs, right? That is an encoder. Okay. If you are having 2 to the power of 4, that is 16 inputs, how many outputs will be there? Please tell me. This is a question. 2 to the power of 4. Hello? Hello?
4 outputs, sir.
Yes, very good. That is an encoder. What is a decoder? If you are having 4 inputs, how many outputs will
Changes
be
a code into set of signals.
Very good. This convert into. If you are having 4 inputs in decoder, how many outputs will be there?
16.
Yes, 2 to the power of 4. It is 16. This is what a simple question they will ask. Okay. Based on decoders. Okay. If it is if you are having 5 inputs, you will be having 2 to the power of 5 outputs will be generated. And what is the definition of that? Only one output will be visible at a time. The remaining outputs has to be off condition. Okay. Whether you know the truth table of that, if it is 4 to 2, see here, if it is 4 to 2, we will be having a value called as 0, 0,
0,
0,
1.
0, 0, 1. Correct, very good. What is the next thing? 0, 0,
0, 0, 1, 0.
1, 0. Correct. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. And we are having what? 1, 0, 0, 0. These are the what? 4 input. That is 4 into 4 is to 2 encoder. We are having only one input will be visible at a time. Remaining all the inputs what? It will be
Zero.
remaining all the inputs will be what? It will be 0. Correct? This is what? 4 into encoder. Okay. And then WAN network. What is going to be WAN network? It is wide area network. Okay. In wide area network, we will have a called as what? Switched WAN, wide area network, and a point-to-point wide area network. Okay. It is switched WAN. Okay, switching means that what? It is having a condition called as on and off, to which path it has to travel.
டேய்
Okay.
லேப் கிட்ட போக கூடாது.
Suppose, for example, if you are traveling in this path, okay, I understand. You will be having always one for enabling operation. If it is a disabled operation, you can able to put off condition. And we are having don't care condition also. Have you studied K-map and Queen-McPherson method? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what is the usage of K-map and Queen-McPherson method? What is the usage of K-map and Queen-McPherson method? we can able to simplify the expressions, correct?
What is the given expression?
If a given expression is there, you can able to simplify the expression into a smaller part, right? And we are having what? The sum of product and product of sum, correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are having sum of product and product of sum. Based on that, you will derive the expression. Okay. So likewise, we will be doing the things. So you will be having a modem. What is the expansion of modem?
Modulator, demodulator.
Yes, it is modulating and demodulating. What does mean by modulating? Converting from one form to another form, and in the reverse end, it will be demodulated.
Digital to
Converted-
analog.
Yes, very analog to digital conversion or digital to analog conversion. Are you understanding? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is point to point. Okay. And then heterogeneous network. What is that heterogeneous network? Some interference network will be what? It's a local area network, and some will be wide area network, and it is metropolitan network. So different categories of the network will be present here. Okay. This is one category. Okay. This is one category. This is another category. Where you are using bus topology, where you are using star topology, here we are using star topology. We are using a common hub. Okay, that is modem we are having. Modem, that is modulating and demodulating. You will find the routing path. So it will be act as a router also. Are you understanding? So here we will be having a common bus. We will be using a bus topology here. Here we will be having a hub. We are using a star topology. Are understanding? Hello? Okay. The next thing is called as internet. Internet are the released many aspects of our daily lives. Okay, it has been affected the way you do the business as well as the way we spend our leisure time. Okay, the internet is the communication system that brought a well of information to our fingertips and organization for using it. Okay. What is the first thing over the internet? Okay, we are having a hierarchical organization of the internet. Whether you know about the domain, hello? What is DNS? Hello? What is DNS? It is domain name server, right? So which server you are fetching it? So it will be having what? www.google.com. .com is what? Hello? .com is used for what purpose? Please tell me. .com is used for what purpose? .com is used for commercial purpose. .gov is used for what purpose? Government related application. .in is used for Indian related applications. Okay. According to your organization, will be using the domain knowledge. Okay. So a domain will be there, and then with the help of that, the local server will be there. From that local server, the client will be connected. Are understanding the flow? Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Can you able to understand the flow, my dear students? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. What is ISP? What is ISP? ISP is nothing but Internet Service Provider. Okay, Internet Service Provider based on your domain, what you are requesting, it will check for your. Okay, I will study mobile communication. You can able to have a BSc, okay, base switching center, and as well as MSc, that is master switching center. Okay, doing a local call and an STD call and an IST call. It makes difference, correct? Hello? So this is what your first thing, the basic thing about topology. Are you okay with the topology? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we are seeing about okay, data link control protocol. Okay, wait one moment. What are the functionalities of data link layer? Anyone please tell me?
Yes.
What?
So not able to see the screen.
Okay, I will share it. Okay. Yes, please tell me what are the functionalities of data link layer? I am asking.
Error
Okay, now
control, link control.
error control, flow control, and access control. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Saving.
Framing is a very important thing in the data control mechanism. That is what. What are the different types of framing mechanisms that are available? Please tell me. Hello.
Byte-oriented, bit-oriented in variable size frame.
It is not byte oriented and bit oriented. Okay, byte oriented. No, it is fixed size framing and variable size framing. Are you understanding? Hello. Correct. That is fixed size framing and variable size framing. Okay. Can you able to get the things? Already I have told you what is fixed size framing and what is variable size framing. Nowadays your mobile phone is having what type of framing mechanism? It is variable size framing. We are using tagging, right? If your mobile number is there, how many times you are sending the message to your mobile number, it will be tagged and the messages are displayed one after the another. That is what variable size framing. Okay. In previous days, mobile phone we will be having what fixed size framing. Are understanding? So framing is nothing but your main functionality of your what data link layer protocol. Okay. And the next thing is what we are having a flag bit. What is the usage of flag bit? Hello? What is the usage of flag bit?
Starting.
Huh? What type of framing mechanism you are using it? Okay, for indicating that only we are having a flag bit. Okay, whether it is a static or it is a dynamic. Okay, if it is a dynamic, it will be 1, and it will be static, it will be 0. Are you understanding? Hello? What type of framing mechanism you are using here? That it will be indicated in the flag bit. Are you understanding? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. And then what is header? In header, what type of information that will be present in the data link protocol? In data link layer protocol, in header you will be having a source MAC ID and destination MAC ID. You will be having what? Source MAC ID and a destination MAC ID. Okay. And then in addition to that, the data will be presented. Okay. And then the trailer. Okay. For whether any error have been occurred or not. This is very important. The trailer. Okay. See, have you seen about the trailer of a film? Hello? What is a trailer of a film? If anything is changing the story which is not mentioned in the trailer, whether you will accept it? No, you will not accept it. Okay, I understand. So the trailer, it will tell you whether the information is transmitted is correctly or not. I understand. Hello? And then one more flag would be there. So whether it is properly transmitted or not, it has to be indicated. Whether this is 1 and this is also 1, what is the meaning of that? Please tell me. Suppose for example, this is 0 and this is 1, or it is 1 and it is 0. What is the meaning of this? Please tell me, anyone. It means that something error have been occurred in the while transmitting or understanding. Hello? Or understanding?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Some error have been occurred while transmitting. So you will come to know. Trailer is that what it will get the complete scenario of that particular information. This is what the entire thing. What framing. It's character oriented. We'll be having what? Byte stuffing and unstuffing. Okay, what is meant by stuffing? Byte oriented stuffing. Okay, bit oriented transmission, byte oriented transmission. We are having a flag bit, and in addition to that, we are having stuffing. Stuffing is what? Framing. Okay. Escape. What is meant by escape? It means that one frame is completed, you can able to transmit the next frame. For differentiating the frames, you can able to use what? This escape flag. Okay, understand?
Sir, will you repeat is for escape?
Escape sequences, it has to be differentiated between the frames. Okay, frames has to be differentiated or not. Okay, frames has to be differentiated.
Okay, sir.
See, it is zeros and ones, right? See, it's like stuffing and unstuffing. Means that what? Stuffing means that to what frame it is. Framing is ending in which part, and the next frame is starting from which part. That is very important. You will be having escape sequences. Okay. What is the meaning of escape sequence? Why? Because in network layer, it will be converted into packets. Each and every packets, it will be converted into frames. So single packet will be converted into multiple frames, or multiple packets, it will be converted into single frame also. So both the things can able to be happen. Okay. For that, the differentiation of the frames can able to be happen by the means of escape flag bit only. Are you understanding now? Hello? Hello? Can you able to differentiate? So they will ask a question like that in data link layer, which will differentiate the frames. This escape bit will differentiate the frames into individual part. Okay. Understand? Okay, fine. The next thing is what? Byte stuffing is the process of adding one extra byte whenever there is a flag or the escape character in the text. Okay. Okay, this is what the entire things about data link claim protocol and the topology. Okay. Remaining things we will see in the next class. Okay. Any doubts you are having?